Hello everyone, we're here today at Daytona for the first race of Season 3 of the Truck Series, as right now we're under qualifying. Conditions and cars on the racetrack right now. I'm alongside Eric Keppelman and Wolfgang Hoffman in the booth for this 55 lap race.
It ought to be a fun one. We're going to be seeing a lot of beating and banging, a lot of bump drafting, some good old iRacing, short track pap racing.
It's always a chaotic one, isn't it, Daytona? It's been the season opener for LRL for a couple of years now for the Cup Series. And both races were pretty chaotic and pretty fantastic races, and with some chaotic finishes and a lot of last lap wrecks. It's going to be a fascinating one.
Yeah, qualifying.
It's all going to come down to the end.
Yeah, it is going to come down to the end. Qualifying not the most important thing in super speedway racing, but it definitely could lead to some kind of staying out of trouble, being in the front more, and usually the trouble is in the mid pack. So if you're out in front 2 rows, usually you're in better shape, but obviously you never know where the big ones that happen at these super speedways. And right now we have about 3 minutes left in qualifying. Drivers getting their laps in. Right now there's only about 7 cars qualifying right now, which is pretty low for most tracks. Most tracks, if not everyone, will be trying to qualify to get up to the front row, but as I stated, qualifying not the most important thing here at the super speedways. Just watching Joseph Magnin right now. A lot of these drivers just trying to run the high line on their first lap, and then they're going to go to the low line on their second lap, trying to get as much speed as they can carrying down the straightaways.
Yep, always down to strategy here, Daytona, even for qualifying. This is much more of a brains track than a brawn track, and you have to have brains here and a steady hand on the wheel. That's what makes speed and consistency here.
27 top of the board right now.
Yep, 27 of Joshua Beatty, I believe, is his first LRL start. Mike Sargent also in his first LRL start, up in second. Hayden Lowell, a past series winner, up in third place. Then Joseph Madigan in fourth, and Shane Williams, another newcomer, in fifth place.
He's working his way down the front straightaway. For I believe this would be second lap, obviously. We're going to time it to the top of the board now.
And that's by 2 tenths.
Yeah, 2 tenths. That was a really good lap by Timon.
Yeah.
As Hayden Lowe about to cross the line, coming to the start-finish line.
Looks like he will improve on his second lap. And I believe the guys who went pole in the first run are not running the high line.
He goes all the way to the apron, and does that give him pole position?
It does, but is that within the rules, though?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So yeah, Hayden Lowell
hundredths of a second.
What close gap, too.
I believe that was Brendan Timon in his first lap, actually, so he could even go faster this second lap.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm surprised he beat that lap by more than 2 tenths.
Through the tri-oval goes Timon in the 315 truck. Where does this put him?
He's slower, actually. Wow, that's surprisingly.
Still second as of now, so
yeah,
that must have been. Yeah, he must have run the inside.
Yeah, in his first lap. I'm surprised it was so close with his first lap and Hayden Lowe's second lap. Usually the top side, first lap, bottom side, second lap is really quick. But Michael Rosero, usually pretty good at these qualifying sessions, but can he get that pole position here in the super speedways? Hugging that yellow line all the way to the bottom of the track. Coming to the line now for the tri-oval. They'll get all the way to the grass. What will it be? It will be pole by 5,000ths of a second.
Wow, that was close.
Barely.
Former series champion, Michael Rosero.
And that pole position does give you a bonus point, so you have a little bit of a reason to try to get that pole position, and that should be the end of qualifying. I don't think anyone else will be able to get an extra lap in. Will cloud on pit lane.
6 people not qualifying.
Yeah, Chris Hacker got across the line just at the last second. Will that put him 5th place? So a little bit of movement at the end, but 8 people qualifying out of the 14 car field, or truck field, I should say. As these drivers are greening up for a 55 lap race here at Daytona.
Luke Lafaro, Will Cloud, Aaron Brown, Luke Peters, Sean Urich, and Brandon Wynn all elected not to qualify. Some former race winners there, so perhaps they know what they're doing in that respect. And sometimes it's better to start from the back at these Super Speedway races when it comes to just the amount of wrecks you can get.
Yeah, cool.
It's a better place to avoid them, really, to have that space to brake.
Yep. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back before the green flag. We're back live here at Daytona. We're going to take a quick look through our starting grid. You got Michael Rosero on pole position. Alongside him, Hayden Lowell in row number 1. In row number 2, you have Brendan Timon, Joseph Madigan in 4th, Chris Hacker in 5th, and the rest of the field flashing down below as a pace truck, or a pace car I should say, taking a hard left turn into pit road, and the green flag is out, and we're away here at Daytona.
First race of the season. Joseph Madigan giving the leader Hayden Lowell a very, very good push out in front. Hayden Lowell will leading to turn 1 from Joseph Madigan in 2nd.
Yeah, Michael just did not get a good restart. And with the restart rules, it's kind of random by Iverson when they throw the green flag, because before you didn't have to go on ground initial start, but it was kind of usually normal and kind of the same 8-speed track.
For the race lead. Michael Rosero with the momentum. Hayden Lowell being shuffled back. Same with Joseph Madigan. Then a push from Brendan Timon will get him up to the lead. Michael Rosero now leads at Daytona down the backstretch.
Moves low. Total clock on Joseph Madigan's being pushed by his teammate Chris Hacker, and he blinks out. He hits his teammate Hayden Lowell. Well, Hayden's working with Brendan Timon in there on the outside lane. Michael Rosero.
Oh, Brendan slides up. 3 wide for third now.
Brendan slides up, and now he's going to have to slot into place in front of the green truck behind him. Shane Williams. He does. But now, Hayden Lowell all on his own on the outside here. Going to be passed by Brendan Timon. Top few cars, all nose to tail. Hayden Lowell still trying to hang there on the outside, and the 76 of Joseph Madigan being pushed to the lead now by Chris Hacker in the 33 truck.
Hayden Lowell well as their teammate right behind him as Joseph moves slow to the block on the inside lane.
Few cars worryingly off the pace of the back. Will Cloud may lose the draft here.
Yeah, Luca Farr, Will Cloud trying to stay in the back a little bit here, maybe try to avoid some of the early up dangers.
Oh, Madigan.
Joseph, very loose from the show from Michael Rosero.
Hayden Lowe was a good push to Chris Hacker. Now Chris Hacker, the Truck Series driver, now trying to take the lead away from Joseph Madigan on lap 3 of the race.
Yeah, Michael gave Joseph a really good shove in the trial a little bit. Just got Joseph a little bit too much loose, and that caused him to lose a little bit of time. And you see these drivers kind of fading in and out of the pack, or in and out of the line right here, down the back straightaway.
Outside just looks a little bit more composed. They're a bit more in line with each other. Pushing through the corner, though, is quite risky, and that's what the outside line just did. And the inside now will lead off the corner, but the outside will get a good run down the front stretch.
Yeah, Michael's really hooked up to Joseph's back bumper off the corner, and Hayden just wasn't on the back bumper of Chris Hacker, and it kind of lost him some time compared to Joseph and Michael.
Chris Hacker still the leader of the outside train, with Hayden behind him. These two have been working together since pretty much the start of the race. Then behind that outside lane is Shane Williams, and then Luke Peters, and then Aaron Brown just behind him.
Oh, Michael goes up top.
Michael goes to the top.
Oh, Joseph contact!
Oh, contact! The leader's wreck. Hayden Lowell involved. I believe the 33 involved as well. Looks like Joseph tried to block Michael Rosero. I don't know.
And right in the front of the pack in the middle of the field too, and a lot of drivers involved. Luke Pierce blown up. Chris Hacker has some damage. Hayden Lowell has some damage. Let's see what happened right there.
Guys luckily have a faster pair. The first incident on lap 4 of the race out of 55. I'm surprised they were this active and move around this early in the race. I thought it'd be a lot more tame, but Michael Rosero moves up to get a block.
Can't really see because of the billboards, but
yeah.
Joseph moved up, but Michael got a little bit loose from the push, and that's what resulted in the contact, and then the whole field just completely wrecked behind them. That was a huge wreck.
Yeah, a little bit of netcode kind of jumped him up in the air, but see if we can get a better view of that one. So maybe the blimp camera, blimp camera probably gets. Yeah, a little bit of netcode, yeah. It just kind of a result in kind of what Wolfgang said with a little bit of netcode kind of didn't help the situation either.
I think worth mentioning that Alan Drake said before we went green that the wreck would be probably in the middle of the pack, not in the field. And look what happened. I think this is a jinx from Mr. Alan Drake.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it could be. I think major damage to Luke Peters, Chris Hacker, and Hayden Lowell. Let's see if anyone else got some damage there.
It's all one car going on the grass.
Yeah, a few cars went in the grass. Let's see if we can use our, I guess, drone cam. Let's see if this means. So, Michael and Joseph's vehicle looks pretty fine. They didn't really get too much of the damage. A lot of people down pit lane. Chris Hacker's sides really scraped up a little bit there, and Luke Peters is obviously blown up. Hayden Lowell, pretty good damage. Will Cloud doesn't look too bad. Luke Peters had to use his fast spray there. But Aaron Brown will take the race lead right now on lap 6.
And the 97th stay out of Sean York.
Everyone in the pits. Now, could that be for fuel, or is that just simply for damage?
I mean, they should have enough fuel to make it. They should have enough fuel to make it to the halfway, or not the halfway stage, but the stage. But they might want to take a little bit of fuel now, so they don't have to take fuel during the stage, possibly, or somewhat like that. But I'm not 100% sure.
They must be banking on a late caution to where they can take fuel, but I don't know if that's the right decision, because then you're giving up all that track position later, and then that's where it really counts. And and right now, I think it's a little bit too early for fuel. If you're trying to make it the whole way, 50 laps on fuel is a stretch.
Yeah, 50 laps. I mean, with 75% or 70% fuel, I don't think it's possible. Will Cloud, Luca Farr in the pits. Those two were staying in the back a little bit, so I think they may be staying in the pits a little longer to maybe fix damage they may have had, or just kind of stay in the back, try to work with each other and not be involved in any early wrecks. But Aaron Brown, your race leader, and the winner off of pit road was, I believe, Joseph Madigan. He might have just took a little splash and go. And
would be surprised if there was some slight damage to his right side door after that contact with Michael as well, so that could have been a thing on his mind.
Michael Seems like he took tires. He had a 16-second pit stop right there, and that's pretty long for just staying in your box. I mean, 16 seconds is pretty long. Yeah, I'm guessing Michael and Joseph had a little bit of damage also with their contact there. But yeah.
It wasn't too much contact, just enough to potentially cause some aero damage, and that could be a significant thing, especially if you're trying to lead the pack. If you're in the middle of the pack, then it's not really a big issue, but if you're trying to lead that outside or inside lane, then it will stack up the whole lane and you will just go nowhere.
The lights are on the pace car. We're already going to be going back to green this next lap. Going to be lap 8 out of 55 when we go back green. So we've got a long way to go, not even a fifth of the way through this race. It'll be interesting to see the strategies playing out throughout this race. Got some people trying to stretch on a fuel, and just some people staying in the back, and some people going for it up front.
Not sure if anyone is currently a lap down on the timing sheets on iRacing. It's always a little bit difficult to tell, but I believe everyone is still on the lead lap, which is a promising start. It'll likely be a jinx, and that will definitely not stay that way.
Yeah,
anything can happen at Daytona.
Luke Peters in the pit lane again and whatnot. Three drivers coming out the pit lane. Luke Peters, Will Cloud, and Luke Navarro probably topping off on fuel again, just to try to stretch the fuel out a little bit. But I'm pretty sure with 70% fuel, you can at least make it 20 laps, if not a little bit longer than that. But they definitely have to pit during the second half of the race. But we'll see what happens in these next 12 laps before the stage. So pace car lights are off, obviously, as we exit turn 4.
Pace car pulls into the pits.
And coming to the restart zone.
It's a good push from
a really good start.
Outside lane, nowhere.
Sean Urick just he really wiggled right there. I mean, I don't think he had any wheel spin. It'll be really hard to have wheel spin in 7 laps of this race already, especially it being like pretty cool and late afternoon weather. But he had a really bad start. I guess he just didn't time laying around yellow.
Yeah, we just need. Sean almost got dumped by I believe the 315 there.
Oh, Aaron getting left out to dry.
Wow.
Yeah,
Aaron, who was leading this race, and he won this race back in Cup Series Season 1, and that 3 wide for 3rd place. Now the 67 with a big run will have to check up for the 33 in front of him, but he will make through into 3rd place and will be on the inside line, which appears to be the stronger line right now. But the outside could gain some momentum real quick with the 18 now moving up to try and lead that line. With Mike Sargent right behind him.
Yeah, we got the 3 Madigan, most of the starters on the inside. Chris Hacker isn't in Madigan most, but they're friends with them, so they're affiliated.
Yeah, it will likely that he'll be signed after this race. So they're effective teammates for this race.
Yes, Aaron Brown. I think he might be taking the lead right now.
Yeah, he's about. He has a real. Oh! Joseph gets spin right in front of the field.
Big
Chris Hacker.
And Chris Hacker around again. And that's
Shane
a big
Williams
one.
involved. Shane Williams involved. Chris Hacker involved. Sean Urick involved. A lot of damage for a lot of people. Shane Williams with a smoking engine, he will for sure have to pit and possibly use one of his faster pairs.
And that's going to cost some people some time. I know Chris probably had to use his faster pair again. Hayden Lowell had to use his faster pair in the beginning. But he looks unscathed. Luke Pierce had to use his faster pair. He looks fine. Those are only 3 drivers I know that had to use their faster pair. But Chris Hacker really damaged right there. Looks like Joseph Maggie just got hooked right there. Or he blinked for a second or went through someone. I'm not sure 100% happened. But we'll take a look right now.
It was Chris Hacker right behind him. And looks like, I don't know, just looks like a bad push to me. Looks like just didn't quite hit him square. He was too far to the right, and that just hooked Joseph's right rear, and then that sent him into the 97 of Sean Urick.
Yep.
Some more netcode, which is just it's a prevalent issue with iRacing that unfortunately is never really going to get fixed, but affected it a little bit. And now Chris Hacker could potentially be going a lap down here. Depends. Shane Williams also in the pits with damage. Sean Urick in the pits with severe damage, and the pace car's coming around. So if they don't want to get lapped, they're going to have to get out of there quickly if they can. Luke Peters still trying to catch the pace car. Luke Cloud, Luke Lafaro, Joshua Batty, Michael Rosero. I don't believe he was involved, but he was kind of far back in the pack, and I think he was just trying to avoid the wreck. But he comes into the pits, so maybe he had damage, or he's trying to fuel up some more. Others come into the pits, including Hayden Lowell and Joseph Madigan, and I wouldn't be surprised if Joseph Madigan has heavy damage. Not sure if Hayden Lowell was involved, but he comes in as well.
Looks like Sean Williams is not fixing his damage. I think he already used his fast repair. Joseph Madigan just used his fast repair, so a lot of drivers are using fast repair, and it's only lap 11, so I think if I was him, I'd just try to take it easy and just try to make it a stage at least. And see Amron Leagan stays out. See her race off her pit lane. See how it was. So Aaron Brown, obviously first off pit lane, he did not pit. Brandon Wynn took tires. Brendan Timon, guessing took fuel only. Joseph Madigan took fuel only. Hayden Lowell took tires. LaFaro, Will Cloud still in the pits. And Joshua Beatty took fuel only, I'm guessing, with 5 seconds in the pits or a fast repair. So that's kind of your rundown. And Peters is still in the pit lane. Chris Hacker and Sean Williams still in the pit lane. Sean Urich out of the pit lane with about, probably, guessing, a tire pit stop. But we'll take a quick look at our weather for tonight's race at Daytona. Air temperature 70 degrees. Pretty cool for Daytona in Florida. A little bit of wind coming from the northeast. Basically no humidity, no fog, and just partly cloudy skies. Track info. About 2.5 mile track, Daytona Beach, Florida. And 73-degree track temp in pretty low elevation, as it's basically right next to the beach. About, I don't know, about a few miles inland. Yeah. Very, very close to the beach.
Let's just update our viewers. How many drivers get stage points in each stage?
Top 5.
Yep, so top 5. Being in that 5th position is a very, very important place to be, and we've seen the last couple of seasons.
Extra bonus point from that. And it goes up 5.
Always important.
For the winner. Second in stage 4, and it goes down 3, 2, 1.
Unfortunately, Chris Hacker will now be for sure out of this race. I'm not sure about Shane Williams, but he is still in the pits.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 laps down, I believe, at this rate. And he still hasn't fixed his damage. He had a blown engine, so I'm guessing he's going to be out of it.
Coming up to the restart here relatively soon.
Yeah. And if I was these drivers, I mean, looking at it, I would just take it easy and not really push too hard. I mean, a lot of these drivers already used their fast repair and got involved in 2 wrecks in a matter of 12 laps. I mean, you don't want your race to end in 12 laps, especially at Daytona, a wild card. I mean, it could really set you up for some momentum later in the season. And
yeah,
if you start your season off right with a win and kind of build that momentum up, and we go next week to Kansas, which is a 1.5 mile track, which is on these trucks, kind of like a pack race, but not exactly. I mean, it's kind of like the 550 horsepower package in the Cup Series, a little bit more draft dependent in iRacing. So kind of just build your momentum throughout the season. And we have some tough tracks coming up with Darlington, you have Atlanta, which is always Iowa, which is tough. Watkins Glen, which is road course, which some drivers do struggle with road courses. Then you have obviously Bristol. It's not a bunch of easy tracks like 1.5 mile tracks like Kansas.
You saw exactly what you were talking about last year with Aaron Brown. Won this exact race here at Daytona. He's leading here now. We're coming up to the restart. Green flag in the air. Aaron with a great restart. Possibly a little too good because now he's out in front of everyone else.
Yeah. I think the main issue with the outside is just with this new restart zone, it's just kind of hard to tell because they haven't. It's very inexperienced with the restart zones, which is basically brand new to iRacing.
Look at how big the run they get is. So now the outside lane may have a chance here. Mike Sargent leading it just ahead of Brendan Timon in the 315. Then Michael Rosero in the 23 trying to start a run on that outside lane and get back up there. Multiple-time LRL champion, several LRL wins. He knows what he's doing.
Sargent clears Aaron. So does Brendan Timon. And here comes Michael Rosero and Brendan wins on the top side. He goes back down low behind Aaron. See how simplified this field is now? I think they kind of got the memo. Take it easy. Ride it out to the stage. But here comes Aaron Brown with a good shove to Brendan Timon.
That's taking it easy up front. everyone behind the 76, including the 76, needs to be careful to not lose the draft here. I understand that wrecks are prevalent here, but you can't lose the draft because then you stand a chance, a serious chance of getting lapped as soon as you can think about it. While Aaron Brown in second, currently leading is Brendan Timon, then Michael Mazzaro in third, then Mike Sargent fourth, newcomer, then Brandon Wynn top in fifth, then Joseph Madigan in that second pack running in sixth. Outside lane starting to form in that second pack, led by Luke Lafaro, who just caught the pace car for that race start. Then Will Cloud right behind him. Joshua Beatty, Luke Peters, John Urek.
They're going side by side in the back too.
Yeah.
We saw this in the 2021 Daytona 500. There was a big wreck early on in the race. They just kind of rode around for the last few laps, and obviously they battled for the stage. But I think we're going to see something somewhat similar in this race, but a little bit more racy than that race. But the top five really just pulling away. This is for the stage. This right here, I think, with 5 laps to go, about coming to 5 laps to go on the stage, they're going to start really battling hard. That's going to allow the group behind them to catch up to them.
Yep. Or they might wait to the last lap or last lap or two to get something. So around pushing the heck out of Brendan Timon. And
now, to be fair, the second group is actually starting to catch up. The front group.
Yeah.
Good job, and they solidified themselves and try and get back up there so that they won't lose that draft and can be a part of the fight for the stage points.
You see, onboard Luke Lafaro has a really good run on the back of the 31. Brandon wins as he's already to the back of him.
Yeah, they were able to catch up because they weren't side by side anymore. So they're holding each other up there.
Upwards of 185 miles per hour for Luke Lafaro has already caught up to them, and Will Cloud and Luke Peters. So it's definitely pretty easy to catch up, but you don't want to be too far back. But I think relatively speaking, the group behind them are pretty safe. If they start pushing, which I think they are right now, they can easily catch up back up to this front group with about coming to 4 laps to go on the stage.
Aaron just getting on the white or the yellow line a little bit there. That unsettles the truck. Never good to do. But I was going to say this is a great fuel saving opportunity for these guys, just to save that little bit of fuel. Fuel and don't want to make that extra pit stop. This could be a good opportunity.
I'm just wondering when they're going to start making the move for the stage.
Last lap, most likely. That's when it always happens, isn't it?
Powell's in the back. This is not good for this back group right here if they want to try to catch up to this lead pack. Sean York on the outside. And Joseph Madigan blinking. That's when drivers blink, it gets rid of the draft, which could really hurt a group, which I think kind of contributes to what happened right here. So York really falls back from this pack right up ahead.
Not far from the end of the stage. I believe it's the end of lap 20. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah, and that's very, very close. Now they're coming to 3 to go at the end of the stage. Expect in about a lap to be, maybe a lap and a half to start seeing some moves being made. Aaron's in the catbird seat to try and win the stage, but don't count out Brendan Timon just yet.
And Michael Rosero, a lot of experience in that driver at winning these stages and races overall.
Yeah, if you're in the back of this pack, they're making moves earlier. So, you know, if you go to the outside, so as this second pack starts to catch the first pack too.
Yeah, that's what you got to be worried about, because you could be swallowed up by some cars behind. If you try and make that move too early and people just don't decide to try and make a move for the stage, then you're hung out to dry and you're going to lose some good stage points.
Yeah.
Big gap for this top 5. They just start really pushing each other. Kind of a little bit of a tandem draft, but now it's kind of back to how it was.
Would you want to say they hold back so they can get a run and pass these cars? Because that might also be...
Lafaro and Will Cloud pushing together very well, and they're going to have a big run.
I think Aaron's backing off. Oh, here they come to the top. Here comes Aaron. Going up the block. Here goes Michael Rosero to the bottom. Charge is going to go true spot. Oh!
Brendan Timon!
Brown! And the wrecking.
Will that be
and that's going to be the stage right there.
Aaron Brown, all involved. Big wreck. There was I believe, a block. Must have been from Brendan.
Mike Sargent, maybe?
Now, I'm not sure. We'll have to take a look at the replay. Luke Lafaro moves to second in the stage. Mike Sargent will be third. Brandon Wynn will be fourth, and Will Cloud.
Really late block. I thought he had it saved for a second there. But, man, that's unfortunate for those drivers. I think none of them did take a fast repair, so they should be okay. But, man, you do not want to end your stage like that.
Brendan moved too late on Michael there, I have to say.
Yeah, it reminds me of the 2019 wreck where Justin Haley won that race and Austin Dillon tried to block, and that was it would have been a good block if he made it a second early, but you just can't. Yeah. But we're going for the stage.
In the stage.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. He's really lucky there. But they're not going to be happy with him with that move.
No, I doubt it. To be fair, though, Brendan also himself has not had a lot of luck in the past. Trust me, I know from some of the years I've raced him in these LRL races, usually something goes wrong for him. Something almost did there. Arguably should have, considering what happened there.
Yeah, I know. Man, what a first stage right there. I mean, a lot of wrecked cars, 3 cautions in the first stage, and I mean, probably 2 separate big ones. 3 separate big ones, basically. I mean, they all of them happened in the front of the back, which, I mean, kind of my fault with the jinx and stuff, but all of them happened in the front of the back.
Of course, man.
But, I mean, hey. This guy, I mean, they raced smart for the second half of that first stage, but then the last 2 laps, they started battling out, but they all down pit lane, have to take fuel, so this will be your stage results. Will anyone say, yep, try to get some stage points? No, it doesn't look like it, so they all like to take some fuel.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity. This is when I'd say you probably want to take your fuel here. I don't know why you'd take your fuel any earlier.
Yeah, Brendan's also got some damage fixed too. So.
Yeah, I'm expecting a lot of people to take some fast repairs here. Michael Rosero, Aaron Brown. I don't think anyone else got enough damage to take a fast repair, but definitely enough damage to try to repair it. Who will go off pit lane first? It looks like it's going to be Mike Sargent off of pit lane first. So Brandon Timon repairing that damage, and Aaron Brown smoking in the background. Not sure what he's smoking, but probably a blown engine, but it's okay.
Yeah. Nice try, Tom.
As he goes on the pit lane.
It's a good try.
Yeah, all these guys are, I believe, fixing their damage or maybe just hanging back a little bit. But race off of pit lane. Mike Sargent off of pit lane first. Brendan Timon still in the pits. Yeah, basically everyone. I think the people that don't have damage are still in the pits, just kind of laying back, want to stay in the back the whole race and for the second half of the race and whatnot. But we'll see what goes on there. But Mike Sargent in the race lead, I think, for first time tonight, if I am correct. He might have led it for a second.
Yeah.
Side by side, but first laps led, I believe.
Mike Sargent, rookie, leading here. And what was extra crazy about that caution is that there was a lot of contenders involved. Michael Rosero involved, Aaron Brown involved. Brendan Timon lost a lot of track position because of the damage.
Yeah, I'm expecting these guys to race how they just did before then, just kind of single file, take it easy. They know a lot. I don't know who would have a fast repair left, but a lot of them don't. I think they're going to be topping off on fuel right here.
Same with Michael Rosero.
Yeah, I think they're topping off on fuel because they know they have to pit during the stage. They have to. 100% they have to. But if they top off a little bit, they may be able to go half lap, maybe a lap extra, and that makes a big difference on these super speedways.
Yeah, it does. Any less fuel saving and, actually being able to make it to the end of the race, of course, it will cost you so much.
And this is going to make it very interesting. These guys, there's only going to be about one person on the outside, which will be Joshua Beatty.
Yeah, it's really going to affect him on this restart.
Other people could be starting outside, but I'm pretty sure if they all pit right here, they all start on the inside. So, I mean, we saw the outside has not gotten a good restart at all, and like I said, with the new restart zones, I think it really affects them. They can't really. It's a much smaller restart zone, and they don't really have a feel for it yet. With the regular restart zone, which is just pace car and green, which is way wider, and it's just easier to kind of like just see when the leader goes, and everyone else can follow.
Michael Rosero taking the bus stop chicane, a risky strategy, but a fun one.
Yeah, warms up your tires pretty good, I guess. But
not that matters here.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It would warm up your left side tires, which I mean it doesn't really matter. But yeah, one person's on the outside. That's gonna be. I mean, I've seen it a couple times. Actually, Aaron Brown on the outside. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm guessing I was like in the back, but actually he's going outside. So I guess there'll be a few people on the outside, but yeah. Wilson Magan trying to catch the pace car right here.
Perhaps is Aaron laying up too far forward because the car behind him perhaps is lining up a position to ask him to be in.
Oh, big stack up on the outside. Did not go. Aaron tried to give him a shove. I guess Aaron tried to time the restart, but I'm not sure why he's trying to time the restart on Daytona, but...
Sean Urich with a great restart, but now the 41 will have a big run on him, but Brandon Wind with a push from Michael Rosero.
Yeah, that's going to give Aaron... I mean, I presume that gives him damage, so that's not going to help him. Unless they're going to have to all find a hole to get down in on the inside lane. So I don't think
just trying to side draft Mike Sargent doesn't succeed. He just slots in behind. Now the 21 or the 27, I should say.
Oh, somebody on the apron. Oh, he's on him by.
Sargent dropping to the back. He thought better of trying to race at the front there, anticipating a wreck perhaps.
Oh, he might lose a lot. He's going to lose the pack right here.
Wow, he's slowed far too much. He's going to lose the pack. Not strategy, it seems.
I'm guessing he's hoping for caution.
Along with Aaron Brown, teammates helping each other out on the outside lane, getting by Sean Urich and Brendan Wynn. Yep, Hyman's up there to help him too.
What a great push there from Aaron and Michael. Brendan.
It's going to clear all of them.
Momentum. Clear all of them. Now they're in the top 3 on the inside lane.
And I think this will be kind of a 2021 Daytona 500 type style, and kind of just mostly single file. But you have 2 cars on the outside trying to make it work. But I think with the big pack on the inside, or the big line on the inside, it just will fall down. But Joseph trying to give him a really good shove, though. I mean,
yeah, watch out for Jordan Beatty and Joseph Madigan there on the outside in the 76 and 27 trucks.
Yeah, they're
Michael up the block though.
It's too late now. I don't think he can. They're going to get a big run on the outside. Joseph a little bit of a wiggle behind him. Got to be careful about that. Brandon Wind behind him on that outside lane. Joshua Beatty to the race lead now, pushed by Joseph Madigan.
He's going to clear him. Will Joseph go loud? No, he won't.
Just about clear. He could have, I think, if he wanted to, but there would have likely been a wreck if he did.
Yeah, Michael's going to try to push.
Sean Urich, Luke Lafaro in back. That's just a big gap there. But they can get up there if they want to. If they want to push hard. 3 wide for the race lead. Michael Rosero on the inside, Beatty in the middle, and Joseph Madigan on the outside. Who will get the lead into turn 3?
Oh, 3 wide again for third. Falling to the back through the sucker hole. And Michael's going to take the advantage a little bit as Aaron really pushing him hard.
Michael now with the advantage.
Yeah, Michael now in the front. And I think B wanted to try to work with Joseph, and he just wasn't clear to come up in front of him. And here comes Will Cloud with a big shove from Luke Pierce, I believe.
Yeah, I said that second pack could catch if they really wanted to.
Especially when this first pack side by side, slowing each other down. Madigan's stuck up high now, so is Will Cloud, but he's able to find a hole right to his inside lane. Madigan really left out to drive here. He's going to have to fall all the way back.
He has a gap between Lafaro and Urich. As Lafaro's backing off, he might give Joseph the gap right here. Joseph's going to say hi. He's not going to go low. No, he's not going to slide in front of Lafaro, which is kind of surprising because that was a pretty good gap for him to slide into.
He's got his teammate hitting him all in the back.
Yeah.
I believe he's trying to hook up with them. I'm sorry, that sounded interesting.
But, we'll cut that in post-production. But,
yeah.
27 laps complete. Out halfway through this race. And here comes Luke Pierce on the outside trying to work with Casper the Ghost up there. Side by side with Brendan Wynn.
I believe Michael's led the most laps. Him or Brendan. He's got some more help on the outside lane.
Here comes Will Cloud. Those two have been working together pretty well. Here comes Aaron Brown. Michael.
No.
There is contact between Brown and Rosero after kind of a wonky push there from Peters. There gets him into Michael Rosero right rear. Nearly a wreck there. I thought for sure they were going to wreck there.
Yeah. Wow.
But somehow they managed to save it. Unbelievable. Oh,
Peters to the grass. Not clear enough. Peters going to cut.
Can he save it? Will he crash into the pack? No, he
does a nice save.
Wow. What a save.
It's cutting some grass for Daytona right there, and that's not going to be paid for. But wow, what? He's only in 7th place. He's still in 7th. Oh, Aaron gets turned.
Oh, Aaron is just dropping to the back, I believe.
Yeah, I think he was. I mean, it looks for a second there. It looks like Brendan Simon hooked him for a second, but now Will Cloud at the second. And Will Cloud up to second, Michael Rosario first, and man, that was a hectic last like 3 laps. That was like the weirdest thing ever. Peters went up to the outside whoop where no one, then just gets almost clear of Michael Rosario, but Michael, I mean, can't really lift right there. You don't expect the guy to go down there, but Peters was so close to being clear of the 23 there. I don't blame him because it looked really close.
Just bided his time a little bit more.
But what a save.
Too bad.
What a
not
save.
too bad. Yeah, what a save
He's
from him.
in fifth right now, so I mean...
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Super too bad if you're still in the draft.
Now it's a single file line, all the way back to the 11th, and you have Mike Sargent who's on the front straightaway, and he's going to be burning a lot of fuel by himself, and he's just not... It's not a good situation for him. He's going to have to pit earlier than the pack, and he's going to be way further back, so he's got to hope for a caution of this front pack. But for the front pack, they're saving fuel really, really well.
Yeah, that's a consequence of just staying too far back and losing the draft. So
And we have this moment, a little calm moment, hopefully. I don't jinx it. But let's take a quick look at our race summary. 26 laps to go. We have 10 lead changes so far, 3 cautions for 6 laps. 29 laps complete. Right now, 1 lap 30 and 26 laps to go, which still a long, long way to go. And with these drivers, you have to pit at least one more time. Probably not twice. I'm guessing you'll have to pit once more. And last caution was on lap 19, coming to 20. We went green with on lap 22, I believe. So about 8 laps green so far. Ties our longest green flag run of 8 laps before the caution, before the stage.
Mike Sargent now about half a lap down on everyone else. He's going to have to be careful because the leaders will be coming up on him before the end of this race. Now, this could be an opportunity if there's a caution here to try and join that pack and try and just take that, that quote-unquote lead to stay on that lead lap and just stay ahead of Michael Rosario.
Yeah, and if he does stay in a little fall into the back, I think Joseph and Hayden know they have to save some fuel here to try to stay in their little group, because each driver is comfortable with working with the driver, especially if they race with each other a lot. I know some drivers just really like working together, and they're comfortable with each other, pushing each other, and getting to the front, and bump drafting just really helps. And I know Joseph and Hayden have been racing with each other a while. I think those two are really good pushers and whatnot, and work together well. See if they can pull one off and try to get ahead of the field after these pit stops. But I'm guessing with these pit stops, you're going to see maybe 2 tires or no tires. You're not going to see 4 tires. You just don't have enough time for 4 tire pit stops here with Daytona. It just loses you way too much time. But
not really any gain at all.
Yeah, I mean, I would expect people to take... Oh, one car way up high, but I think he's just letting them by. But I do expect people to take right sides, because off the exit pit lane, you're really using that right side tire to stay on that flat apron. Because if you go up, you do get a penalty in iRacing. So... yeah,
It's more of just a effectively a cushion more than anything. It's just to save you from potentially getting a penalty, but I don't think it's worth the time loss.
Yeah.
You won't gain enough.
Yeah, I don't know how long fuel it takes with a 70%, because that's about 14 gallons of fuel, so it's not your typical 18.7 or whatever it is fuel that you usually have in these trucks. With less fuel, your pit stop's less, so you don't have time for tires or windshield tear off, or you don't have that time for it. Yeah, it just adds up over time, and it does really affect your race. Half a second pit lane is a lot of time on the racetrack.
Yeah, that loses so much time, and you will instantly lose the draft. You will have no chance after that.
Yeah, these guys working really well together. Michael burning the most fuel up front, and he's got to pit the first, which, I mean, has its negatives. From my experience, it's just kind of random. Sometimes the people who pit first are the fastest. Some people in the pit latest are in front at the ends, and
it just depends on how well you work together.
Yeah, how well you get on pit lane, how well you exit. It's just so many factors. It does matter somewhat. If you pit later, you can take less fuel. And as we see 3-wide action already, Peters.
Great run from Luke Peters from the outside, and will now move side by side with Aaron Brown in the 18 truck. But he's all alone outside trying to side draft. Can he get in line if he can? Now the 315 trying to back up to let him in line, but
that's what's
Peters
happening.
does not want to. He's going to try and side draft Aaron, and he's almost successful. as he gets a run on the top. And now he's going to try and side draft.
Oh,
Brandon
little
Williams.
contact, maybe. Ooh, that was very close.
It's a very risky strategy, as demonstrated there, because there was very nearly a wreck. And now he'll get a great push from Aaron.
Here comes Joseph and Hayden Lowell.
Yep, the outside lane starting to show some remnants of getting going. Luke Peters now trying to take the lead from Michael Rizzero with a push from Aaron Brown.
Yeah, about 20 laps to go here. It's getting dicey now.
Yep, absolutely.
In our first season, our first race at Daytona, or our first Cup race at Daytona, Aaron Brown won the race on the last lap pass. There's been all the Daytona races we've had last lap passes in stock cars. The first one was the classic truck challenge, and I mean it was more of a dump. It was a crazy finish, but we've seen a lot of wrecks on the last lap here at Daytona. It could be no different with 20 laps to go. Pit stops coming. We could a lot of action showing up in these last 20 laps.
Oh, Peters wiggles.
Big wiggle there. That was nearly a wreck. Every time it seems there's nearly a wreck. As the 18 has gotten his rear right quarter a little bit there. Miscommunication between the two of them. These top five really pulling away from everyone else. Of course, the people behind them will have every opportunity to come back. But now Peters will try and get in line behind the top four. It's just they're just finding that the outside is not working for them.
Yeah,
him and Aaron.
Or they may have to pit here soon. Possibly that could be another option. With 20 laps to go.
I can avoid a green flag stop. I would want to avoid a green flag stop though.
Yeah, about 15 laps so far on these tires and fuel, I think.
Here comes Aaron.
And the pit window's about 22 laps, I'm guessing, which means about 5 to 6 more laps of fuel. That's what I'm estimating right now, but it could be a little bit more, it could be a little bit less.
Peters and Aaron did a little swap there. Aaron was getting outside lane. Peters let off and let Aaron Brown in. These two just been working together all night here.
I would not be surprised if they try and stretch this as long as they possibly can here, though, because every second that you waste fuel on pit road, or you spend saving fuel on pit road, or fueling up on pit road, I should say, it costs you time out on the racetrack. And if you fuel up too much, you are going to get left in the dust.
Yeah, and I know some of these drivers, you have fuel calculators that do it for you, how much fuel you're taking. So here comes Hayden Lowell, Joseph Magnan up pit lane.
Your teammates going down.
And another one, Joshua
Beatty.
Yep, down pit lane.
Mike Sargent looks like he's been lapped.
Or he's about
or
to.
Has he? Nope. Yeah, he is. The leader's coming up. He will just likely just go high here and
they're
try
all
and
single
join the
file.
pack.
Yeah, just going high. As we go back to pit lane, we're going to see, will they get off pit lane? Oh, Hayden Lowell, I think, overshot his boxes a time back. Tires. One driver taking tires. Joshua
again.
Beatty.
That's a costly mistake for Hayden, especially during green flag pit stops to mess up.
Joseph will have to let off too, so that really costs him a lot. This pit road mistakes cost you so much more at speedways than
they're very separated here.
Yeah, they cost you so much more at
super
speedways than they do
Mike
anywhere
Sargent
else.
Going down pit lane.
Yeah, Joseph going very slow off pit road, trying to let Hayden catch up. That was so costly for them. That will cost them a lot of time on track.
So we look right now. Hayden Lowell, Joseph Magnan, 8.6 seconds off of on pit lane. Joseph had a 0.08 second slower pit stop, and then Beatty had a 3 second slower pit stop. That just shows you how much important. You cannot take tires during that pit stop, so just can't. But these drivers in the single pack, they're gonna be really, really quick. But a two-car tandem can be very fast because in the big pack you have to check a lot more. We'll see what these lap times are like.
Yeah, I just know that Michael Rizzero is bringing more thrill than everybody else by just staying up front. It might come down to the rest of the pack. He has to pit before the rest of the pack does, so he might get left out to dry. Plus, you got to take into the fact that Aaron and Peters, they tried to work the outside lane and they burned more fuel than, let's say, Will Cloud or the 41, so that's going to cost them too.
They'll all have to work together. I'm guessing my realistic expectations for this pack is they're going to split up into two. Half of them will go one more lap longer, half of them will go a lap shorter than each other. I'm guessing that's what happened. Unless they all have communication with each other on voice chat or whatnot. Because 8 cars pitting at the same time is a little tough here at Daytona. Kind of a little shorter and narrow than Talladega, but it's definitely possible. There's a
a lot of drivers over the radio saying they're going to pit this lap. But as the leader during like pit stops, we're so vulnerable. If the rest of the field wanted to, they could completely leave you out to dry if they wanted to. If they have the fuel to, everyone pits.
No speed penalty here. That's what you need.
Just watch for mistakes here on pit road. This is going to be really significant.
They're all side by side with each other.
They're wide.
Yeah, that's not good. Now, where do Joseph and Hayden come out in this? Because they've been hooking up really, really well after that mistake there. They've been pushing well, and they're making good time.
Let's see how those pit stop times are. They gotta be faster than Hayden, Joseph.
They're about 8.5 seconds for them.
Don't believe any
way longer. Everyone's way longer. Yeah, they're all 10-second pit stops, so they took way more fuel than.
Will Cloud gets the lead off of pit road. What a stop for him!
But here comes Joseph and Hayden.
I think they're gonna pass him.
Yeah, everyone's pit stop is 3 seconds slower than everyone else's.
Wow!
I don't know. It's gonna be very close.
It's gonna be close.
Yeah, they gotta keep working together.
I don't think they'll get him. Potentially.
I think they'll be with them. I don't think they'll get past them. They'll get past a few of them, but not be up to the front. To come pit right now. These four really.
Uric and Brendan Timon.
These Madigan Motorsports drivers, they might have taken less fuel, or this main pack took more fuel just in case we go to overtime. So
yeah, it could play factors. They're not even up to speed yet, but here you're gonna. Okay, so they're gonna get up there, but they're not gonna be able to pass them. They're gonna pass Luca Farr and Brandon Wynn, but not up to the top 4 pack, because everyone else is back up to speed now.
But importantly, they are still in a position to fight for this win.
Yeah. Brendan Time and Sean Uric way back in the pack.
Oh, Peters with a block, and that's going to stall out the outside lane's momentum. Peters tried to get up to there, but he was just too late about it and had to move down at the last second.
It's crunch time right now. Coming up on inside the 10 to go here in a few laps.
It's about time to go here in just a couple laps is when you're really going to want to start making those moves.
Yeah, still in reality, it is also still a long way to go to the end of the race.
Yeah.
In fact, the 2 cars that seemed to lose out the most of that were Uric and Brendan Timon. I'm not sure what happened to them on pit road, or they just...
Yeah, they had a pretty slow pit stop compared to everyone else.
They must have had damage. They must have had damage.
Oh, Aaron.
Now the pack's outside really lane. Double foul right now. This could allow Brendan Timon and Uric to maybe catch up to them, but they're pretty slow. They're about 7 kilometers an hour slower. Because this thing doesn't have power. But it's still side by side in the main pack. But like I said, if a wreck happens, they can still bunch up everyone else. But if a wreck happens, a lot of people here, as Aaron loses the back, he knows that he cannot wreck before the end of the race, because he knows if he wrecks, his race is over. He has no prospect. So outside, it's a huge run. Got a clear Will Cloud on the bottom lane. That's a lot for Mike Sargent in the middle of this thing. On the top
I believe
side.
Hayden may be one of the only people, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't believe he's been involved like directly in a wreck. Like, I don't believe he has ever had...
He was involved in the first one.
The first one he was involved in. I think Will Cloud, Luke LaFaro hasn't been involved in a wreck, maybe Mike Sargent, possibly.
But that might be a super advantage for them, because this is the case for almost everyone in the field. They cannot afford a wreck.
Yeah. Like, those guys can be a little bit more aggressive because they know they have an extra, basically, quote-unquote, backup car in the middle of pit lane if they just pit. But everyone else, they're basically done unless they have very minor damage, which I can kind of see right here. They're kind of more single file. They were a little bit aggressive, and they kind of like, oh, it's a little bit too aggressive. Let's just go single file for the next, like, 8 laps or something like that.
But they will do not count on this being how the race goes.
No way.
No way. 67 of Hayden Lowell and Joseph Madigan. Kind of an iconic duo in a way. They've been with each other for so long as friends and as teammates in multiple series. The LRL, in fact.
It's just going to be interesting to see just how field plays out, because we know that the main pack, they took longer pit stops, which presumably took more fuel, or they took the regular amount of fuel, and then Hayden and Madigan just took less fuel. So it's going to be interesting to see if we get overtime, if Madigan and Wall have to come down and pit.
Yeah, hopefully for them, they do not.
There's another double foul yet again. There's a 3 wide in the back. Aaron trying on the very top side. Probably not gonna be able to do anything, but they have a lap car right in front of them, which, in my experience, a lap car in the middle of the pack, I mean, he's not gonna do anything, but he's not gonna make aggressive moves. He's just kind of like run his race, kind of not making anything. From my experience with lap cars, as a lap car, and I mean my experience, they don't really you don't want him to make aggressive moves as a leader, I guess. But as they're really running the outside line pretty well, and he has a really good shover behind him, Brandon Wynn.
Brendan Timon saying something over the radio about Sean Urich potentially.
Yeah, they might be trying to swap possibly. I'm not sure, but they're in the back just trying to tandem up there.
Sounded like they were trying to get the Abbott's attention, to be honest.
Oh, Brendan a bit shaky right there in the 41. You just gotta watch these pushers because they've been having pushers go wrong all night. So
yeah, Brandon Wind actually coming up now wheel to wheel with Joseph Madigan door to door, trying to take the lead from him and try and just take over that lead from that group of two cars at 76 miles. Opposite numbers of each other. I just noticed that actually.
yeah, there's more cars in the outside lane. One more on the outside lane than is on the inside. So it's going to be interesting how it plays out. If anybody's going to move high or move low.
Sargent, in a way, could through a placebo effect or in practice, just make that inside line a bit slower, and that outside lane's gaining a lot of people. They're going to want to try and get around that lap car.
Yeah, 41 might take the lead here. He's getting a shove by Ian Brown right now. We got the two Madigan scoring the inside lane plus the lap car, and then you have, I believe that's Shadow Racing up high, plus Brandon Wynn.
Brandon Wynn takes the lead.
Yeah, right now he's in the lead, and I mean this lap car is really helping him out. Let's be honest. I mean,
yeah, it is. Because that means that the inside.
He's into losing.
Oh wow! Actually, no. It may be helping the inside line cars by making that lane a little bit stronger. I think that's really what they're saving races right now, considering that strength of that outside line.
Yeah, but they're gonna have to give around them if they want the lead. So
yeah, I mean, if they really want, truly, I mean.
Oh wow! It switches to the inside.
Wow!
Brandon Wind will now get absolutely hung out to dry.
Yeah, you can tell this is all the way down to the bottom. Like they're just AI cars all the way to the bottom.
My goodness!
Wow, I did not see that coming. They were actually doing pretty good on that top side, but like, well,
yeah,
I don't know.
Brandon Wind hung out to dry like clothing. Wow!
They basically escaped the lead. Yeah, they gave that lead to Madison Worksford too. But they're gonna have to run on him too. Let's take that into account. They probably get the run and try to move up high. We'll see if Madigan or Hayden just try to block them.
Joseph Madigan has not won an LRL race. Hayden Lowe has. I think
he has. Timing down
4 wins. Currently leading the race, Joseph Madigan now. This is a good opportunity for him.
They do not have the numbers though. It's just 2 Madigan Motorsports cars left, and then you have about 4 Shadow Racing cars.
Yeah. Aaron Brown has won Daytona. He's usually pretty decent at these super speedways. Not always, but you know, for everyone it's just kind of a luck, more luck than kind of driving ability a lot of the time in a way. So
I mean, Mike Rosero in the street stocks, and I know in the Cup Series, he's been really good at super speedways. I mean,
here comes Aaron.
Oh, Aaron and Luke with a big run.
And the lap car blocks him.
Sargent. Oh, he's going to get split 3 wide.
I think he forgot he was a lap car, as that screws Joseph and Hayden.
Joseph and Hayden get slowed down on all of that. And now Michael Rosero moves into 3rd.
Wow. The lap car blocking up top. Oh, LaFaro.
Nice save by him.
That was the weirdest thing I've seen. I don't know if Sargent's teammates with them or not, but he blocked him high like he was like right there win.
Yeah, a bunch of drivers on the scanner just being very, very mad with the lap car of Sargent.
That was a
shove from Will Cloud.
Up
the track as he got a shove from Will Cloud, which knocked him down to the apron.
Will Cloud and Luca Faro need to push each other, get up to that top 6, and they can still do it. They're only 4/10 back. They definitely still have the numbers.
Yeah, as I said, it's more luck than skill generally, but it, of course, still requires brains and good decision making.
Lap car coming up here. 27 is Joshua Beatty.
Yeah, some drivers asking him to go high. Looks like he will. Or will he? He's kind of holding the middle of the track.
LaFaro and Cloud trying to get a run on the outside here.
Coming to 4 laps to go. Let's stand by.
4 laps to go. Aaron Brown, who won this race in the Cup Series in Season 1 that launched his championship charge for that year, didn't end up winning it, just lost out in the playoffs to Eric Heater.
Mazaka goes back
That gave
low.
him confidence for the whole season. The lap car stays low. Everyone has to go.
Let's go Aaron. Here goes Pierce. Michael Rosero. Big shot from Joseph
Big
Madigan.
shove to Aaron. The
Three wide
67 is
hit
going to try and split it 3 wide up the middle.
I don't think that's gonna work.
That's not going to work.
Aaron
That's
gonna
not
block
gonna
him
work.
3 wide now for the race lead.
Madigan's hung out to dry on the outside lane. No, he's got help.
Oh, he was
from
Hayden
Wolf
through the
Cloud.
inside. Wow, Hayden making that middle work.
Hayden
Up the third.
forced his way through there. That was very aggressive driving and not great for his teammate because he just went to the back of that train.
Here comes, was that Luke Lafaro behind Hayden Lowell, and here comes the outside lane. Will Cloud going up top. Aaron Brown going back bottom, possibly. No, he's going to push Luke Lafaro up there to Hayden Lowell. 3 laps to go. Joseph Madigan falling back a little bit, but he should have enough of a run. Sean.
Oh, Hayden left out to dry, but he's got a hole right there in 4th.
Back single file. Now here comes the top
Here comes
side. Hayden Lowell.
Lafaro.
Oh, Pierce going back low.
Oh, he's below the line.
Hayden
Below the yellow, he will have to give that position back.
Oh, it's contact.
Give him space.
Hayden
That's
forced him
incorrect.
down. Yeah,
they
they were
save it?
squeezing them down.
I have to
Squeezing
say
them
that's
down low.
not great driving from really either of them there. Now they both wreck and both ruin their chances.
Oh,
Really just
that's
trying
kind
of immature driving there, to be honest.
We stay green, though.
Yeah, Lafaro just moved below, and Hayden.
Ultimately, I think Lafaro should have lifted there as he was below the yellow line, but also
he
why
would've
was
had to,
Hayden
but-
trying to... Why was Hayden just not giving him any space? He just ruined his own race.
With 2 laps to go. The top 5 still remain. And Joseph Madigan still in 6th place. He could get a shove from the mech sergeant in the lap car. Try to get up there.
Luke Peters now leads. Coming off his breakout season in Street Stocks last year, where I believe he won the championship. No, Michael Rosero won the championship that year.
This is the top
But he
2
had a-
in Street Stocks
really
right
did.
here.
Yeah, these top 2 have had a battle in Street Stocks last season. And we're going to see a
As I
battle
was
here
saying.
late in Daytona.
I couldn't
There
even
it is.
remember that season because of how close it was between the two. They were very similar.
White
on
flag.
performance.
White flag.
flag
Here
in
we
the
go.
He's got to back
What
up.
is-
Michael's got to back. Oh, Brendan Wynn.
Brendan
up
Wynn.
top. Here comes Aaron Brown. Big run for
Brandon
everyone
Wynn's
else.
gonna
Here
wanna
comes
stay
Joseph
up top
Madigan.
there.
Watch Joseph Madigan. He has a lot of behind pushing him.
Michael got juked out there by Brendan.
Oh, Luke going
Here
high.
goes-
Through the middle he
He's
goes.
going for Brandon Wynn down
Oh,
low.
contact.
Right,
They're
he
right in the
left
back.
Oh, they all wrecked.
Oh,
top.
Rick. Michael
Joseph
Rosero gets the
Madigan.
win.
Michael Zero, Joseph Madigan.
Here comes Joseph. Joseph.
Josh-
Oh, it's
Beatty.
Joseph Madigan. He's got the run and no damage, and it's smooth
Wow.
sailing
Michael
for
get him?
him. He stayed back.
Joseph Madigan currently leading this race.
Wow, what a
Turn
strategy.
3. Now
First-
turn 4 has
first
never won an LRL race before. No one will be around him. Michael Rosero will come home 2nd. Will Cloud will come home 3rd. But no one will beat Joseph Madigan today.
Wow.
For his first LRL win and to start off the season well, it's Joseph Madigan who wins at Daytona.
Oh, Will Cloud could get. Oh! Will
No,
Cloud
he
barely
still
gets
gets
Michael
Oh, they
Rosero.
wrecked.
Luke Pierce 4th. Aaron Brown coming home 5th, maybe? Hayden Lowell is going to come home 6th. Maybe 5th. I don't even know, really, to be honest, where everyone's finishing. But Joseph Madigan gets the win here. Let's take a look at that replay. Wow, that was
What
insane.
an unbelievable finish. I've never seen anything like that.
I mean, I've seen that before in ACOG.
And IDK
Oh,
player
Aaron.
races, but never in a serious league, really.
Joseph did the same shit. He got the car sideways there.
What a save by Joseph too. He could have so easily been
Oh,
taken
yeah,
on
what a
that,
save.
and that would have completely rewritten the course of this
Wow.
race.
I don't know who, if Will Cloud, if Joseph Rector there, Will Cloud would have won the race.
No, that would have
Wow.
been an intense finish. I
Let's
thought
take a good came out of that
far
one. So I think Aaron just gave Peters a bad shove, and that's what really caused it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad shove off the exit to corner. That's sent everyone around, and I thought for a second Michael was gonna steal another one super speeder race, but
Wow,
Joseph got it right at the end. What a win for him.
that was an unbelievable race. I can't believe it. And no one knew where they really wanted to go on that last restart. I think that's what caused really all of that. In the chain reaction is no one knew where they wanted to go. In which lane? Everyone was blocking high, low. No one knew where they wanted to go there, and that just caused that whole huge stack up. And I think it caused a little bit of panic on everyone's minds. Luke tried to block. Aaron tried to shove him, but it was just you can't do it off the exit of the corner there. That just turned him around and flipped a couple of cars in the background there.
Wow, that was an intense race right there. And wow.
Yeah, knowing Joseph, I think he must have been yelling and screaming the fact that he was really the only one to survive that other than Michael. At
That
least
was
it's a good run
I
and no
just
damage.
cannot
believe that.
believe that one.
But it's Daytona, it's super speedway racing,
Yeah,
so
I
I'm
mean,
not
that's-
that surprised. It's
Yeah.
just he was the right place, right time. Congratulations, Joseph Madigan. It was tough for him. We doubted him because him and Hayden did fuel. We thought that there was a chance that they couldn't have made it. But hey, it worked out for him there, and all that matters is that he won. So congratulations to him.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
congratulations
won.
to Joseph.
Yeah.
What a first win in LRL.
Well,
I mean, that
Kyle's second, too.
could have been happened in a weirder way for him there, but that was, he's come close a couple of times in LRL. He's been very close. I remember in one of the Cup Series seasons with Michael Rosero coming to the finish at Las Vegas. It was a photo finish nearly, and that was a phenomenal finish between them. Joseph just lost out there, so happy for Joseph today to get his first here.
Yeah, and that
What a way to
was-
start the season. That can give him a lot of momentum. We saw with Aaron that one year where he won the Cup Series race.
Yeah,
here.
he was really good that
He
year.
was very, very good the rest of the season. He was very consistent. Always picking up stage points, always picking up those top 3 finishes. Could this be the same for Joseph this year? We don't know. We'll have to see. I know
Yeah,
that he loves Kansas as a track. It's one of his home tracks in real life. He loves it. He loves the place.
Yeah.
And he blows the
This is
engine. He led 11 laps of that race. So, I mean, he was 1/5 of the race. So, I mean, he was definitely up there front. He just, at the end, he lost his teammate, hit him low and whatnot, and kind of cost him a little bit of time. But at the end, he had that shove from the lap car, Mike Sargent, that shot him up to the front, and he was just at the right place at the right time. And then the big one struck at the last lap. I mean, it was basically the wrecks in the front, every single one, and me jinxing the race. But yeah, it was. I think
Happens all the
the
time.
leader got turned every single wreck. I'm pretty sure, or like the front driver got turned every single wreck.
It's
So
crazy.
yeah, that was pretty insane.
What an insane race.
Yeah.
Always throws up action. Always throws up excitement. Can we
Here's a-
race Daytona for every season opener?
Here's a stat for you. Joseph Madigan is the 48th different winner in LRL history.
Can't believe there's been 48.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
a
gonna
lot.
take a quick break, and we'll be right back with our interviews. Hello, everyone. We're back here for our interviews for the top 3. We got Paul and Joseph Madigan. Hello, Joseph. You got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
So you get your win here tonight. Led 11 laps here in a dramatic last lap. What do you see for your windshield in those last lap?
A whole lot of wrecked cars, I'll tell you that. I honestly didn't know I won until I crossed the line, I'm gonna be honest. I thought my car was so badly damaged that Michael wasn't gonna be able to catch up. I thought he was ahead of me, but then I was in the lead, so I kind of think it would have been different if the two amateur drivers of Luke Lafaro and Hayden Lowell didn't, kill themselves, but happened the way it did, and I guess I'll take this.
Yeah, you and Hayden had a different fuel strategy than everyone else, where you guys just wanted to pit by yourselves and try to push each other up there and just work with each other throughout the pit stop right there, or what was going on through your head?
Yeah, but we didn't want to be with the big pack and what they were going to do, and we figured just the best option would be splitting it, and if they did wreck while we were pitting or after we pitted, and then we'd be safe from that wreck. So they didn't wreck, and we ended up having such big momentum, and they came out right in front of us, so we figured we'd take advantage of it, and that kind of propelled us up in the front. I kind of backed out late because I figured they would wreck, and then I kind of went for it, and they did wreck, and I was part of it, but I just got the least of it.
Yep. Anyone you'd like to thank for tonight's win?
Well, let me go through the list here. I'd like to thank Will Cloud, Michael Rosero, Luke Peters, not Aaron Brown. Aaron Brown, no. Hayden Law.
He may have caused the last wreck, but we won't. We won't. We digress.
Yeah, Aaron
Potentially.
two of my teammates, or at least doored him earlier. So no, sorry, Aaron. Hayden, that as your team owner, not a great move. Luke Lafaro, as no. Sean Urich, huge thank you to you. Absolutely huge thank you for taking my teammate out backwards on pit road. I can't imagine how he managed to do that. But
What?
Wait,
I think we missed that.
I think
you missed that one there.
I think you missed that because, man, the voice chat was entertaining. Sean Urich.
Hey, that's what replays are for.
I don't. It was early in the race. My buddy was trying to get his truck repaired because we hired a temporary crew for this race and getting ready to do the first pit stop, and then Sean Urich just Ricky Bobbying back on pit road. So, I don't. Man, only an LRL, I guess. But let me thank my other teammates, Shane Williams and Chris Hacker, along with my friend who's Canadian, Mike Sargent, and you guys, obviously. Thank you for putting the broadcast on, and it was a good broadcast and a good race. It looked like we were kind of racy throughout the whole race, except when we were freight training for the last 20 laps. But I'm glad I could make it interesting. I could finally check that LRL win off, as Mickey as it may be. But we'll take them where we can get them. And I'll make a T-shirt next week.
Yes, sir.
All right, Joseph. Your final question from us here in the booth. Next week at Kansas, Wolfgang is talking about it's a track you like. How are you feeling next week?
Everything's great. Can't wait to go to Kansas and go to my former home track and do some racing in Kansas.
All right, thank you. That's Joseph Madigan. His first. Okay, thank you. We love you too. It's his first win in LRL. Finally.
No, I meant it.
Well, that was interesting. As we're gonna bring in Will Cloud for his second place finish.
All right, Will Cloud is in the final race of Street Stocks last season. He got second place, and he gets second place here today. How about that? Actually, no, it wasn't. He got third at the last race, excuse me. And he gets second here today. Hopefully next week at Kansas you get first. This is your third career second place finish. I know you're trying to get this first win checked out of the box. And how you feeling? How was your race, Will?
I mean, back to what you said at the start. I was hoping to win this race because 3 seconds is not fun. But I mean, overall, the race was interesting because there was a lot of wrecks early, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people lost their fast repairs. I know I didn't have one. And after the green flag pit stops, we were all packed up, and I was just really just trying to do something just to put myself in a better position. But I mean, on the final lap, I think I was somewhere near the back of the pack, and I was just pushing Aaron, and I don't even know what happened for that wreck. I just know everyone died, and I just somehow made it through. That's, I don't know.
Well, if you had to take a guess, who do you think caused that wreck?
I I just know that Peters and Rosero were first and second starting the final lap, and they died. So I would assume one of them, but I really don't know.
Basically.
All right. Well, who do you like to thank after this race here?
I like to thank all the guys I was working with. So hopefully I don't forget anyone. That would be LaFaro, Peters, Aaron, Brendan. Oh, please don't tell me I'm forgetting anyone. Hopefully I'm not. Oh, Rosero, and you guys for putting up the broadcast and bringing LRL back for another season.
Thank you.
Well,
I got next week at Kansas. Will, how are you feeling about that?
I honestly don't know. I don't hate Kansas, but I don't love it. So I'll see how it goes when I get there next week.
All
yeah,
right.
I have one question. I have one question. How is that duel between you and Michael come to the start finish line? What were you going to do right there?
Well, I mean, he told me he wasn't gonna let me pass him. So
well, that was a lie. That was a lie.
We're gonna ask him about that then.
Yeah, what was that?
I didn't know what to expect, but luckily I got through there.
Yep.
Well, congratulations on another second place finish. Hopefully you check the win off the box here soon.
Thank you, Kepi.
You're welcome.
So
That was Will Cloud.
Oh, Michael, got a copy?
Got you.
All right. Yeah. We just got told by Will Cloud that you weren't going to let them by. They were coming to the checkered flag.
What happened? I wasn't. I was just trying to like keep second. I mean, it's the last lap. So.
How did your race go overall?
I think it went better than I expected. I think we led the most laps even, and we also got pole at the start, so we got good points. So I think it was I mean, the race was kind of a crap show to begin with, to say the least. Or but on that final lap, I think Aaron should have went with me, and not with Peters, because I think I was like a little bit faster than Peters, and I think I would have won that easily if he would have just pushed me, but. It's not that's not the way it went, and but we still got there. That was afflicting. Like I thought we had that race won. I couldn't see anything in my windshield, and I thought we had that, but then Magnum just flew by us. Yeah. And I don't think I was really gonna win that anyway because my engine was already blown up. So.
Yeah. Quick question here. So you were working with Brendan Timon, right?
Yeah.
So when you chopped across your nose, what were you thinking right there?
A lot of emotions, to say the least. but seriously, it was I don't really know what he was doing, but didn't really care that much. Don't really care right now, but there's still plenty more. There's I mean, it's only race one. There's still plenty more races we'll dominate the hell out of, and
that's confident.
And hopefully we'll get the championship.
Yeah. Anybody like to thank?
Mentality. Yeah, I want to thank everyone that worked with us in the VC, in the Shadow Racing VC. Had a lot of great guys in there, and yeah.
All right, you got next week at Kansas. How are you feeling about that race?
I don't think that's the best track for me. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's all about saving tires, not really, but I think I'll probably win that one.
All right. Well, thank you for being a part of this race, and we wish you the best next week.
Yep, thank you.
That's good.
So we have some footage. We have some footage of the wreck between the 97 and the 69 car. Which was what Joseph was talking about after the race here. It was on lap 9 in the pit road after the accident.
Go to that.
After the wreck.
Yeah, we'll take lap 9. Oh, that ended his race, maybe. Sure.
It appears
Let's see.
Sean Urich missed his pit box, tried to reverse, and ended up taking out.
So let's fast forward this. So oh yeah, this is when the this is when the big one happens. Okay, so he spins out right there. We're still fast forwarding a little bit here. Okay, he has a blown engine, so I'm not sure if he has a fast spur left. Probably doesn't, because he probably have used it already. But either way, just coming out pit lane.
You want to go on board with him? Or?
We'll go on board.
All right, let's see what happens.
Oh god! Oh, that blew his engine completely. He didn't make it to the box, did he? Oh, his box is right there. Will it make it?
He did. He didn't make it to his box.
He rolls
I don't think
right
he
to his box right there. Oh no, he's short. He was short. So he had to reset.
Oh my goodness!
Oh,
He was short by around a foot.
Yeah, his tire's right on the. I'm guessing he's short. There's no way he's not short, right? Yeah, he had to reset. Well, yeah, really. I don't know if he had a fast spur left, because he would have only been like 2 laps down if he kept going, but he did not. So that was interesting. Not sure what happened to Brendan Timon though. He was 2 laps down, so I'm guessing he had the penalty on pit lane or something like that. 2 laps does not count, so yeah, he had a penalty on pit lane. Probably speeding, if I had to guess. 57, well, yeah, it's 55 pit road speed, 57 the whole way down, so I mean, obviously it's speeding. So, oh no, is it 60? It might be 60 actually. No, it is 60, so it wasn't speeding. He must have flipped the blue line, maybe? Not 100% sure.
he got some kind of penalty, so let's just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, final thoughts on the race?
Yeah. Yeah, overall, that race was, I mean, I thought it was a really fun race. I mean, whatnot.
How about you, Wolfman?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think that race was an interesting race. Interesting is how strategy went out, everybody pushing each other, and just I did not expect that to be that crazy early on the race. We saw like 3 separate incidents there.
Yeah,
but
and then we went green basically the whole rest of the way.
yeah, luckily we only had
3
2
cautions.
people DNF there.
Race is over, right? The broadcast is over.
Nope.
No. Yeah, we're just going through the results right here, but yeah, we're gonna wrap it
Very
up
nice.
there. The race summary,
Professional
final race
broadcast.
summary: 17 lap lead changes, 3 cautions, 9 laps. You win with Joseph Madigan. So yeah, pretty